If you want to understand the power of saying no, you first have to see the real cost of saying yes to everything. It's a cost paid in focus, in calm, and in a quiet erosion of your own judgment. Picture a professional, maybe it's you, whose default answer has become, "Sure, I can take that on." Every new commitment seems small in the moment, a minor favor, an extra meeting. But collectively, they create a chaotic workday where your own priorities are constantly interrupted, and your mind becomes a browser with too many tabs open. This isn't just about being busy. It's about the resentment that builds when you're working on someone else's agenda, and the self-trust that fades because you keep breaking promises to yourself. The endless yes directly undermines the discipline and calm you're trying to build. It makes your attention a public resource. So in this video, we're going to unpack why no feels so difficult, the psychology behind that hesitation, and then build the precise, respectful refusals that protect your attention and integrity. Because the first step to wielding that power is seeing clearly what your current yes is actually buying you. So why does a simple no feel so loaded? It's rarely about the request itself. It's about the 3 psychological barriers that fire in the background. The fear of immediate conflict, the deep-seated guilt of letting someone down, and the mistaken belief that your availability is your value. We're wired to avoid social friction. A maybe or a yes feels safer in the moment, a way to preserve harmony. But assertiveness research shows the opposite is true. Vague, non-committal answers actually erode trust over time. They create uncertainty and leave the other person hanging. A clear, brief refusal, delivered with respect, preserves the relationship far better. The mechanism for this is the broken record technique. You state your position once, calmly. If pressured, you simply restate it, without adding new justifications or emotions. This turns refusal from a fraught, emotional reaction into a disciplined, repeatable skill. The key is the strategic pause, a breath between the request and your answer. That pause creates the space to choose your no intentionally, rather than having it be a defensive reflex. It's the moment where you reclaim your agency. And that's the core shift, from seeing no as a rejection of others, to seeing it as an affirmation of your existing priorities. The guilt doesn't vanish overnight, but you start to build evidence that a clean refusal isn't a relationship ender. It's a clarity builder, which means the next step isn't a philosophical leap. It's a practical one, building the muscle memory for that clear, calm no in low-stakes situations first. So we start small, like any new skill. Your first no doesn't have to be a high-stakes confrontation. It can be a low-stakes, scripted refusal to a minor request. The goal isn't to win a negotiation. It's to build evidence that the world doesn't end when you set a limit. Think of it as a boundary budget. You have a finite amount of attention and energy to invest each day. Every yes you give is a withdrawal from that budget. A strategic no is simply choosing where to invest your limited resources for maximum return. This reframes it from rejection to stewardship. You're not saying no to the person. You're saying yes to the project, the rest, or the focus you've already committed to. That's the disciplined core of it. The power of no is the foundational skill for honest self-mastery. It's the single choice that protects your attention, creates the calm needed for deep work, and makes every subsequent yes more meaningful.